In college, I started to learn the atrocities that mankind has been inflicting on this planet and our neighbors. So it was brewing in college. I was locked into the system of education. So when I graduated, I was looking for any way to get the word out to whoever would listen. I started out as a climate activist, raising awareness of ways to get off dirty power sources and on clean energy to combat climate change. And as a vegan, I was evangelizing plant-based alternatives for our food. And I always really was more connected to animals and the environment piece. So after that position, it was a contract, ended, I was offered a position for the only animal rights group in Tampa Bay, Florida, Florida Voices for Animals, and they said, would you like to organize full-time? And I thought that was perfect because speaking for animals and connecting with the public was the only thing I really felt compelled to do. That's changed tremendously over the years. I was very angry in college. I got in a lot of arguments with professors who are PhDs in wildlife management, and I couldn't understand how you can appreciate nature and hunt it and exploit it. And so I was very angry for a while. Just by my desperation to ease that inner pain and to really be effective for the animals, I graduated beyond the anger. It came to just an inner peace that I was longing for because I knew the animals needed a world of compassion, not of hate-driven outreach. So over the years of doing full-time outreach with people and getting bumps and bruises, but really it's seeing that people care, right? I mean, people by and large in a healthy society don't support animal abuse. They just don't know. The only reason we're in the middle of this insanity is our backs were turned. Consumers' backs were turned. We just need to give them the information and have faith that they themselves have all it takes to shift our culture. That's all it takes is our individual choices, and I knew that on a fundamental level. I just needed to, again, come to peace with myself, and then I really like people. I think that helped. I didn't for a few years, but now I'm back to genuinely appreciating them, and I think they can pick up on that, and I don't insist that people are evil and that they really need to just stop being jerks and do what I'm doing, because that's not how I changed. I didn't listen because someone shook their finger at me. And so I feel really powerful about the inherent compassion that all people have. And so now I just am very easy to connect with people and say, look, these are the facts and figures. If you don't like animal abuse, it's morally schizophrenic to continue to support an industry that is going against your own beliefs. Number one and foremost is the farm animal system. There's some of the most beautiful beings I've ever met, and I'm sorry it took me so long to realize that. I wish I had come to be awoken, if you will, earlier, but I really, really love farm animals, especially cows. They really stole my heart. Vivisection is another issue. If we were able to free all animals from the food system today, that's another industry I would focus on, because it's insane, categorically, undeniably, irrefutably insane, and it's another really, I mean, I love all animals and all issues, but I think that if you can get to the core, disconnect, a lot of things ripple and improve the world for the dogs and the cats and the wildlife. Well, vegan outreach, as you know, is their strategy. They focus their energy and outreach on leafleting. They have booklets that they print out that just show you the facts and the figures. Mercy for Animals, Humane Society, PETA, they have all these great investigations. So we get up-to-date information, put it on the leaflets with facts and figures, and just show the public. Really, it's all it is. It's just raising awareness for the most part. And then we provide nutrition resources. One of the co-founders, Jack Norris, is a registered dietitian, and he has a very power-packed leaflet called A Guide to Cruelty-Free Eating. So that's the solution piece. We have the, oh no, here's a nightmare leaflet, and then, yay, here's a solution leaflet with recipes and ideas to making substantial and informed choices. They have recently reached a milestone, and since 2003, of recording how many leaflets have gone out. 15 million leaflets have been distributed across the globe. We have folks in other countries, Italy, Mexico, Canada, all over Puerto Rico, and of those, 8.75 million have been handed directly from a human to a college student. So that many people we can confirm, and that's an underestimate. Some people don't even report back that they've handed anything out. So they're one of my favorite groups. I was such a denier of leafleting in the beginning. I was angry and I'm like, you're wasting paper and people don't care and they're throwing them away and they're not recycling. But I got to see by doing it, because I was desperate. I had to do something to get the word out, and that was already underway, and I'm like, screw it, I don't have any better ideas. I'll leaflet until I can figure something out. And leafleting, I got to see people crying and coming back to me and saying, this is horrible, how has this been going on? And that restored my faith in mankind, and I learned about the power of the leaflet. Leafleting is so magical because we all have limited time, X amount of hours in a day to do anything. And so even if you only have 45 minutes to kill, even if you only have 10 minutes, you just bang out a few 10, 15, 50, and that many people are now aware of something that they wouldn't have searched for this stuff. But now you've directly given it to them, and you're embodying a compassionate human just by handing it to them. And I think that refutes a lot of myths that that vegans are weak and tired and angry and they'll spray paint on you. That's not the mainstream. College campuses we find very powerful. We have the Adopt a College campaign where we focus a lot of our energy there, and I go to every college in Southern California. There's a few paid leafleters doing this full time in hot spots like Northern California, New York, some that travel through like the Corn Belt. But you can go to veganoutreach.org and then email directly from there and say, I want to get involved. And we keep a database, so we'll connect you to other people in your neighborhood that want to get involved or are already active. Concerts. Vans Warped Tour is an annual summer touring punk concert that has a bunch of different bands. A lot of the band members are veg, so we have special leaflets that have quotes from them and accounts from them, and it's got the same content on the inside, but the cover has information on the bands like Rise Against and Sum 41 and a few of the others. So anywhere there's a youth progressive kind of I'm thinking outside the box kind of a group.